Hey everyone, it's Christina with My Confection Obsession, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Frenchie cake. So the reason I'm making this cake is actually really funny. I was in a coffee shop and I saw this guy and he had like a little baby carrier, like he was wearing one, and inside of it wasn't a baby, but he had a Frenchie in it, and it was so cute and it just completely made me laugh, and I really wanted to make a cake that look like a Frenchie because I think they're an adorable dog. I found a picture of a Frenchie online and I printed it off, and I got a photo that kind of looked like a cartoon because I'm making this against our cake. And then what I did to make a template is I cut out pieces of kind of like the bigger shapes of the dog, so you guys can see kind of what I did here. And then to ensure that they're going to work, I pressed them against the cake and made sure the sizing was correct and all of that. So before we get started, I do want to let you guys know that here I have an already fondant covered 3-layer 6-inch cake. So this guy is ready to go and ready to be decorated. You can also use buttercream. I just like using fondant. I think it looks a little bit cleaner. And then when I adhere my fondant to fondant, it sticks really nicely. Okay, so I'm gonna make a tan Frenchie because the one I saw was tan and had some black markings. And it was so cute, so I have this vision in my head. So I made this tan fondant, and what I did, I had my homemade marshmallow fondant and I added just a little bit of Wilton gel color, just a little bit at a time until I got the shade I wanted. And Frenchies are more of a lighter brown, they're not really like dark brown. So we have the top of his head, and then since I have this rolled out, I'm going to do his little chin. Okay, so now I'm going to do this black part of his face here, so it's going to go like that. This piece sort of looks like a mustache. We don't want our fondant too thick because we want it to stick to the side of a cake, so we don't want it too heavy. So I'm going to thin this out. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do before I add more of our Frenchie's details, I'm going to go ahead and put the base pieces on the cake so I can see how they look when they're placed. So for this, I'm just going to use a little bit of Wilton Dab and Fold, and I'm just going to paint some of this on the back of my pieces, and this works fondant to fondant or fondant to crusted buttercream, and I love this stuff. I use it every cake. Is on. Alright, so now we need to add our details. Okay, so I'm going to add our Frenchie's eyes and his nose. I'm not exactly sure what size of eyes I'm going to go with, so I'm going to try both. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create some wrinkles in our Frenchie's face. So I'm thinking that my Frenchie's eyes are a little bit too big, so I'm going to take the white part off. So it's starting to come together, so the next thing I'm going to do is add our Frenchie's ears. To add a little bit of powdered food coloring around the edges of his ears just to give it a little bit more realistic look. So I'm going to add a little bit more detail to our Frenchie's eyes because I think it's missing something. So a little black here. Okay guys, so before I add the ears back on, I am going to pipe just a little border around the bottom so that it looks a little bit cleaner. Alright guys, so our Frenchie cake is done and I think she turned out super cute, and I'm hoping that the guy in the coffee shop that inspired this cake sees this episode and will like, comment, and subscribe, like I hope that you guys do as well. You guys can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.